Hello again, this is Bobsy from Player Up, and today I thought I'd show you all what I've done with Isla Nublar, Jurassic World Evolution. So, before we get going on this, I think we should go back to the beginning, where it all began. And so, way back when, earlier on in my videos, I actually created another on a quick build. And I believe at the beginning of that, I showed off this, which was just after I'd flattened all the land. I put a road all the way round to basically measure out my boundaries, and I decided that I was going to put a cage around us. So I placed these in so I could have a straight line across, so I could basically take a fence, run it along the back, and then I'd have a direct straight line from all the way to the bottom to the top. Using them as a kind of measuring stick, if you like. And then I discovered that I didn't have to do that, because if you press the spacebar, rather than twisting the object like this, you could actually snap it around in circles. So I changed my design a little bit, but I soon discovered that this path, being straight from here, didn't actually fit. So I had to change things up. As you can see, it's not quite straight. And so this became obsolete, and I changed it until I got this. And so, as you can see, I've changed it up a little bit. I've now built an innovation centre right at the entrance, because I thought that'd be nice if people come in. I've put some viewing galleries around and a couple of viewing platforms, and I've added a path at the end here which comes off at a very slight angle. The circle around here is to kind of disguise the fact that this isn't exactly straight. But now, as you can see, if I build a building to connect to it using the space bar as a snap, like this, the building fits directly against the path, which is what I wanted. So now all I had to do is build a park. So I ended up with, so as you can see, I've now built a park off from this, and this is a very early proof of concept park. But basically what I've done here is I've built the park so that we are the ones in the cage, and the dinosaurs are the ones that are the free ones that can go round the outside anywhere they want. Now, this was very early. As you can see, I've only got built-in power stations, so I hadn't actually tried to open this yet. It was just, as I said, a very, very early proof of concept, and I'd started doing a little bit of work on the land, but not really very much. And I discovered that you can use the monorail as a viewing platform, effectively. So I decided to send the monorail all the way around the outside. But I didn't try to open this yet. I thought I'd open up a little bit more in the game before I started, until I ended up with this. And so, after I'd completed the actual main campaigns in the game, I changed the park up to look a little bit more like this. So as you can see now, I have large power stations in, and I also released some dinosaurs into the park. I opened it up, and it was running rather well. But what I discovered is that the dinosaurs weren't really using this alley over here, as I'll show you on the main map. They kind of just don't really go down here. A couple of them did, but not really. And when you release a predator into the park, as there is a couple of predators out here, they pretty much kill everything in sight, as I demonstrated in my previous video. And because of this, I wasn't happy. I decided, nah, this has to change. So I scrapped this entire park and decided I was going to start again. So once I started again, I decided I was going to do a lot more work on this actual outside area of the park, make it all look a little bit more nice, and I was going to move the entire park over completely to this side. So I ended up with, now I originally showed this at the beginning of the video, at night time, because I think that the lights make the whole thing look really quite pretty, and I did spend quite a lot of time making sure that all of these lights were nice, you know, directly all the way through, with double lights over here, and all the way around. The lights are nice and evenly spaced. It would be nice if when you completed the game that it would open up this sandbox option for all of the islands, but there you go, it's just something to think about. So we'll continue on and I'll show you the park. And so here we are, back where we started at the beginning, just daytime now, so I'll give you all a quick tour. You come in around the Innovation Centre, as I stated. As you can see, I had a lot of time on my hands, so I've renamed everything. So you come up and you end up in this little shopping centre area with a hotel and the power stations. I decided I'd put a little kiddie zone over here with a gyrosphere going around it. I'll probably fill this up with Gallimimuses. I was going to call it Mimus Land. We come up from there and we go into a dinosaur arena. I'm going to have fights in here. I have dino fights in here. As you can see, I have the creation center here, and here. There's also another one over here. So after this, we end up in another little shopping area with the science and security centers, and a little enclosure at the back, which I'm probably going to put raptors in. Go across from there and we end up with another small enclosure, which I will also probably fill with some smaller minor predators. We have the star attraction. I'll probably put the Indominus Rex in here, and a little swamp area just off to the side. And then mostly the rest of the land is wild open land, as you can see. Now, I know I do have rather a lot of feeders out here at the moment, and there's a reason for that. Basically, when I release these dinosaurs, I've got no intention of picking them up, tranquilizing them and placing them places. So a lot of these, although they're all empty currently, are actually deactivated. So I'll basically be activating them as the dinosaurs move around this area. I'll be either deleting them or deactivating them or activating them at will. Around this outside area, or I've also placed a gyrosphere, and I've placed it out as if it's a rally track. So I'll just demonstrate that to you. As you can tell, I've already named my car as a rally vehicle. So I'll now show you the rally around the park. So we'll come out through this door here. I actually quite like the game, the way that the game uses the vehicles. They actually drive quite well. Not bad. So here we are at the beginning of the rally. Here we go. So we come across, we go across this little bit of the street, and we get up to this edge here. We have a corner, so we turn the corner. Now here there's a few bumps, so we have to take it a little slow, or else we end up jumping and crashing. following the river all the way up until we get to the island. Right over there. And we follow it over and we go over this little bridge here. Make another corner, we go around this, I was actually creating a volcano as seen in my previous video. I decided to put this underwater. So we make this turn around here, go down into the dark woods. So we follow this trail along. Spooky. Make this turn around here. Again, through more deep dark woods. Make a turn. We come out round the little island. Swing around it. Let's pick up quite a nice piece of speed here. And there we go. That's the gyrosphere run on the outside. So in my next video, and we can do this the opposite way as well, but in my next video I'll be filling up this park with dinosaurs, see how it actually works, as I haven't actually set any dinosaurs out here yet. This has all just been basically making the landscape, creating the park. I'm quite happy with what has happened, with the way it's turned out. And finding games within games, that's always a good thing. And I very much like this little rally course. I believe in my next park that I create, I'm going to create an even better rally course than this. This was an afterthought. See, take these bumps too fast and you end up skidding out. And that is Bobsy's Isla Nublar. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.